Well, hello everyone here. It's been a while. Haven't seen, haven't really making videos like that. And I noticed that these tier lists are pretty popular, so here we go. And today we're going to be doing a diet tier list. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry about that. It's pretty late. Yeah, but today we're doing a diet tier list. And basically what I'm doing is ranking certain diets based on their how I like them, but more specifically though, based on how practical they are, on how effective they are, and basically, yeah, pretty much. Basically, practicality and effectiveness. Effectiveness would be based on does it work? How fast would it take to work? And practicality is also based on whether or not the food is, I wouldn't say edible or not, because obviously it's going to be edible, but whether the food is good enough to sustain. Like you're not eating garbage or stuff that tastes bad, and then after a week you're quitting it. You don't want to do it. And it's also based on money, how your budget. Because if you don't make a ton of money, certain foods and you can't keep buying all the time, otherwise you're gonna end up broke. So all these things factor into it too. I mean, those few things are gonna factor into this. So to get started, S is obviously going to be the best thing that I would recommend for everybody, regardless of what you have. A would be strongly recommend. However, there's a caveat. B is good. I wouldn't necessarily rank it over the top two, but it's still solid. I wouldn't say it's bad. C basically is just neutral. You can do it. I mean, if you just have no other options, I guess do this. D, you definitely shouldn't be doing this at all because it's just not good. And F is just straight up garbage, lousy. I'm probably gonna end up ranting on one of these. So spoiler alert. And anyways, let's get started. So first off, we have the pescatarian diet, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this diet actually is pretty good because it's basically kind of like vegetarian, but just better in every way. It's just a better version of it because yeah, you're not eating red meats in poultry, which is not good because well, poultry like chicken's cheap, and you get some cheap cuts of pork. You don't get to eat that, so obviously that's the really downside of it. But other than that, really, you get to eat some delicious ass shellfish and fish that are very high amounts of oils, omega 3s, fatty acids, and all that nonsense. Oh, and B12 as well. So you're getting most of what you would get from regular meats. And, you know, that's one of the main things you need. And you also get to eat veggies that are good, obviously, and all the other things that are more, not red meat and poultry. And as a guy who likes red meat and poultry, I can respect this because fish is still damn good. Like it's still fish. You're eating meat. So I got to put this in A tier. Not the best, but I definitely would still recommend this. Now we have flexitarian, which is basically kind of like vegetarian, but you eat meat sometimes. Now, think of basically being a chimpanzee. You know how they eat like 90% veggies and, well, not veggies, fruit, and then occasionally they'll go around and chase monkeys and eat them? Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And while I don't necessarily think it's the worst, it's not really that good. If you're gonna do this, you might as well just do pescatarian or literally any of the other variants of it. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to C tier. Not the worst, but definitely not something I highly recommend. And this is raw. Don't know what the hell this is. I mean, don't know what the hell why anyone would do this. And I mean, depending on the circumstances, I'm not gonna put it in F tier because I'm heavily biased. But yeah, eating raw food, natural foods is just yeah, not good, but not the worst. And look, we got a favorite of mine, the carnivore diet. Now, this diet pretty much is what a lot of, people that are in tribes, particularly people that are in, I don't know, the Inuit or something. I don't know, but it's pretty fucking good, especially considering the fact that you can eat chicken and all meats. And honestly, if I had to pick which food groups that I can only eat, I would pick meat. And I think most people who are insane and actually aren't morons would do the same thing. Ah, that being said, though, unless you're really okay with just eating freaking tilapia and chicken and some pork chops, you're not really going to be able to eat beef, which is one of the main things that you'd want to be able to eat. And that sucks, especially for me, because I love steak, especially my damn ribeyes. But them shits cost like $23 a, yeah, them shits cost a lot. Like at least 2 pounds cost $23, so it's about $12 a pound. You're lucky you can get at one that's $8 a pound if you're lucky. So it also helps out with losing weight. Obviously, it's very efficient. Like you'll probably end up losing a ton of weight within a month of doing this. But because of the cost, and that's really dragging this down. Other than that, it'd probably be an S tier. So there you go. Oh, look at what we have here. We have the fasting. I'm not gonna do the other two because too early. I'm gonna wait a little bit, but we're gonna jump to the fasting. And the fasting is pretty interesting because it's not particularly about eating anything in particular. It's about when you eat and how often. And I have to say that this is actually pretty good. Now, the problem with this though is that it's very difficult to do. Depending on what you do, you kind of have to strike a medium. Ah, blah, blah. You have to strike a happy medium of being able to reap the benefits of it versus being able to maintain it. So I would say 14 to 16-hour fast. And depending on when you do it, it'll work. But but some people, can't really do that. And it can be very difficult. Like let's say you're trying to do a 24-hour fast. Like are you really going to be able to do that? Probably not. I mean, I think adding this to one of the diets in S or A tier is probably what you should do. But as its own, it's good but not great. So I'm gonna put it at B. And we have the Mediterranean diet, which is basically a lot like what the food pyramid was when we started growing up, eating lots of grains and other veggies and not even veggies, like lots of grains, veggies, some fish and some meat. And it's saying that basically you should only eat red meats and poultry and shit for like once a week, which is stupid because you need animal proteins. So that being said, though, because at least you eat lean and other fatty meats, I'm gonna have to put this. Probably it's good. Okay, it's not the worst. I mean, I would actually put it slightly ahead of the flexitarian because some of the food's good. So I would say switch these. Yep, there we go. And oh boy, what do we have here? We have the American diet, the standard American diet. Oh man, if you're eating this shit, man, you probably are not very healthy at all. You probably have a lot of problems, diabetes, whether it be most likely type 2, a lot of cardiovascular issues. You probably are dozens of pounds overweight, you're not having a good time. That being said, though, there is a way you can make this better. If you were to simply just maybe limit, I don't know, the portions of the food you eat and let's say cut out the sugars, I could see this being at C, but no, I'm going to straight up just say don't do this. It's like put it in D tier because it's not the absolute worst, but I mean, wait, what the heck? Anyways, yeah, it's not the absolute worst, but it's damn bad. Like it's just oh god, like you just don't want to do this. But the food is mostly edible, so I'm gonna put this at D tier. There we go. And now we got vegetarian, and vegetarians like flexitarian, but worse. And I would say that this one is not very good at all. Um, what saves this one truly is the fact that you can eat eggs and drink milk and things like that, which are very important building blocks of maintaining and gaining muscle. You know, to keep you healthy. So I will actually give this one kind of a pass, but it's just it's not that good either. It's just yeah, it's worse than flexitarian. Oh, and we got three left so far, and we have the keto diet, which is damn good. And completely, to be completely honest with you, um, this is arguably one of the best. I mean, you get to eat meat and veggies and basically cut out carbs, which is very, very, very good. I really like this diet. The only problem with this diet is the fact that you just can't eat carbs at all. And I'm not saying that you need carbs in the way in which we, make them, as in refined carbs. But it can be kind of difficult to just avoid it entirely. So I will basically, should I put this in S tier? But at the end of the day, yeah, you lose a lot of weight with this too. And it also meshes well with fasting. Ah, I'm going to put this in the top of A tier. And our penultimate, and I'm going to go on a rant on this one. We have the vegan diet. And for those of you who don't know, I absolutely despise veganism, mostly due to the fact that it's not really a diet, it's a cult. But I mean, just think about this for a minute, right? You're not really getting many nutrients. The thing about eating veggies and fruits is that they're very low calorie, and fruits in this instance are actually sweet. So they can sort of take the place of candy and other things, which is good. The problem is that vegans take this to another level. They're saying we don't want any animal products at all, which means you're not going to get certain vitamins, like specifically B12, which is something you kind of need for your brain and all the other things in your body to work. That's not good. Not getting that at all is bad. That's why I put the standard American diet at D because at least you're eating some meat. Even though it's low quality, it's still better than the plant protein. And then you have the fact that a lot of these individuals have horrible blood works. They just usually aren't they look sickly if they're not taking pills, particularly B12 pills. And that's another thing too. If your diet says that you have to basically take pills to sustain it, it's a shitty diet. It's not good at all. Human beings are not rabbits. We're not cows. We're not even really chimps. People like to say, oh, we have a similar anatomy. Yeah, we do, but when it comes to like digestion, we're not similar at all. We're more similar to hogs, bears, even wolves than we are to a chimp. Shit, we're more similar to cats. Our stomach's pH level is more similar to cats than it is to a freaking cow or a rabbit. So I don't understand why these people think that we should be munching on fucking veggies for 5 to 6 times a day. Like that's stupid as hell. And then you're still not getting enough calories. You're eating that much time, that many times, keeping your insulin up, and you're not even getting any calories. You're not even getting any nutrients out of it. Like you're not getting anything. And just to sort of also take home this point is that you don't have meat products trying to mimic veggies, but you have veggies trying to mimic meat all the time. Why do you think the Impossible Whopper is a thing and it's so popular? Hmm. You ever think that maybe it's because people actually like the way meat tastes and they don't really want to taste fucking veggies all the damn time? Hmm. I don't know. But hey, it is what it is. Anyways, um, I'm done dumping on this instant F tier garbage. Don't do it. Don't be vegans. And this isn't even talking about the whole political nonsense. I'm not even talking about politics. I'm talking about just based on how you lose weight. And okay, let me get to that too. Yeah, technically you will lose weight, but you'll end up not losing weight in the way you want to. Yeah, you'll lose a lot of fat, but you'll lose muscle too. You'll probably lose more muscle than fat, anyways. And then you'll end up skinny fat, like a lot of people in South Asia, particularly India. But I'm not going to get into that. Freaking F tiers, thing sucks. Don't ever do it. And finally, we have the creme de la creme, the absolute top tier in the paleo diet. This diet basically has everything you need: meat, veggies, beans, anything that's like natural. And it even includes certain carbs. So you don't have to adjust anything at all. If you're diabetic, you can do this. There is nothing that is going to absolutely keep you from doing this at all. This is the best diet ever. And you can lose weight at a sustainable rate, and you don't have to worry about any of the nonsense. You just don't have to worry about a lot of things like counting calories and all that stuff. You can just do what you do, and everything will fall in place. Instant S tier. And that's the end of the video. If you want more of these, or however many people are watching, because I probably lost a lot of my subscribers due to my inactivity, which I deserve. But if you want more, I don't mind doing it. Just hit me up. All right. Peace.